I spent 2 weeks traveling around Albania, and if I would have to pick my favorite place, it would definitely be Berat. This beautiful historical town located by Awesome River in central Albania is known for its unique architecture, which is a blend of influences from several cultures and civilizations that inhabited this area over the centuries. Berat is one of the 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Albania, and one piece of advice that I can give you is hurry up to see Berat before it gets crowded with tourists, because I'm pretty sure that sooner or later this will happen, because this town is really like nothing I've ever seen before. There's just something very special and magical about Berat.
It just feels very magical or mystical. Is mystical a word? If it is, this feels very mystical.
You know when you arrive in a new place and you just instantly have a good feeling about it and you can't really explain why? This is how I felt about Berat from the very beginning. I actually liked Berat so much that I even decided to stay longer than I intended.
I just arrived yesterday, and after taking a walk around the city, I was like, you know what, 2 nights is not enough. I have time, so I do want to spend more times in the city, and I decided to extend my stay. Yo guys, what is up? I hope you're all doing great. This is officially the craziest intro I've ever done, because I am hanging out, like literally hanging out of a window in one of the coolest places I've ever been to, Albanian city of Berat. So I arrived here yesterday. I came here from Tirana. Tirana is Albania's capital. I spent there about 5 days and I absolutely loved this city. So I already had like a pretty good introduction to Albania, but then it seems like Albania really keeps surprising me again and again, because I just arrived here yesterday, and as soon as I went out for a walk in the city. I was like, you know what, I need to extend my stay. I need to stay here longer because this city is so cool that I can totally spend more time here. So I ended up extending my stay. I'll be staying here for 3 nights instead of 2 nights, and I'm very excited that I made this decision. Stepping outside in Berat feels like stepping into an oven. It's so hot, and I think the stones are making it even worse.
On my first full day in Berat, I went out to see the view Berat is probably best known for. The white Ottoman houses climbing up the hills, all facing the river. This view is what earned Berat the nickname of the city of 1,000 windows.
Those 3 windows right there are my windows. Not to brag or anything, but I actually have 4 windows in total. So here's the plan. I'm gonna stand on this bridge until everyone leaves so I can get a casual shot of me standing on the bridge alone. This is the beauty of traveling alone. There's no one to tell me that I cannot spend like half an hour on this bridge.
So if you go on the bridge just like I did here and face the view, you will see the 2 historical neighborhoods of Berat. To your left there is Gorica, which back in the days used to be the Christian neighborhood, and to your right there is Mangalem, which traditionally used to be the Muslim quarter.
Oh my god. Is that a wolf? No, that's, well, probably a dog. Are these mates friends, or they don't seem scared, so I guess. I mean, the dog totally looks like a wolf. Like, I know I probably sound like an idiot now, but I mean, yeah, look, he's following them. He's taking care of them. That's cute. Another interesting fact is that the name of the city, Berat, actually comes from Belgrade. Not like Belgrade in Serbia, but from the name Belgrade. And with time, I guess, from Belgrade it became Berat. And Belgrade actually means white city. If you decide to come to Berat, don't do the 2 things that I'm doing right now. Don't travel in August, because that's like the hottest month here. And hot means like 36 or 38 degrees. And 2, don't go out exploring in the middle of the day. Do it early in the morning or in the evening. It's much more pleasant. I wanted to sit down, but then I figured that, nah, this is definitely not a good idea. I would like burn my butt off. Should I give it a try? It needs a butt anyways. It's hot, but doable. I'm already dying of heat and I need some water, so I'm just gonna quickly go upstairs to my room and show you the place where I'm staying.
So if you travel to Berat during the hottest time of the year, which is July and August, I would definitely advise you to not underestimate the heat as I did. or also maybe don't stand on the bridge in full sun, or don't chase any goats around. That might also help.
Where are the goats?
Summer in Albania is very hot, and because of the stones, the heat in Berat was even more intense. It was quite difficult to explore during the day.
So let me give you a quick room tour. As I told you previously, I do have 4 windows in here. I also have a desk and a TV. This is the bed. I've already made a mess, not that much of a mess actually. Closet, and the bathroom is right here. So that quick water break just turned into a very long chillaxing break, but to be honest, it is much more pleasant right now. It's about 4 o'clock and the sun is not so strong anymore. My original plan was to see the Berat Castle now, but I don't think I have enough time, or I don't really want to be in a hurry, so I think I'm just gonna leave that for tomorrow. And right now I'm just gonna, you know, hike up this hill and see what's literally up there.
Hiking up and wandering around these tiny narrow streets in Mangalem is somewhere actually very narrow.
Can you see it? I can't even stretch my arms. Also, the stones are very slippery. You have to be very careful if you come here.
And pretty much stopping every 5 seconds to admire this beautiful view ended up being my favorite thing I did in Berat.
All these streets here are really narrow. They're all made of stones, and it just feels very magical or mystical. Is mystical a word? If it is, this feels very mystical. Yeah, it's a word. Legit word. Also, one of the best things that I've done for myself in Albania so far, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, purchasing a SIM card was definitely a very good idea. I paid about 18 euro for 20 gigabytes of data, and it's been really useful so far. For example, in situations like this when I don't know if mystical is a word and I have to quickly look it up in the field. So yeah, SIM cards are very affordable here. In general, Albania is a very affordable destination, which is also one of the big reasons why I think it will become increasingly popular with tourists. It's not the only reason. It's not like Albania will become popular because it's affordable. It will become popular because it's a beautiful country and the people are so freaking nice. And just the fact that it's affordable, it's like, you know, a cherry on top. But back to the people. Honestly, everyone I pass here smiles at me. And keep in mind, I'm kind of a weirdo here, you know? I'm talking to myself. I'm walking around talking to the camera. Also, make sure you bring good walking shoes when you come to Berat, because the pavement is very uneven and also it's very steep here, so it's not easy to walk. Imagine you're staying in one of these guest houses and you have to carry your suitcase up here. Okay, that was officially worth the climb. I'm gonna tell you something funny, or I don't know if you will find it funny, but I do. Do you see this grand looking building behind me? I mean, you must see it because it's like, it's pretty obvious that it's there. You might be thinking, what is it? Is it like Berat Cathedral? Is it like the University of Albania? No, it's a freaking 5-star hotel. Like, why did they allow a hotel to look like this? So I just got my food. I ordered a xhiro, which is basically a traditional Albanian dish. It's like cheese baked with tomato and peppers. I had xhiro once before in Tirana and I really like it, so I wanted to try it again to become a xhiro expert. And the best thing about this place is that I am overlooking the beautiful bridge where I spent a good chunk of the day, and it has a really good view.
Good morning. I wanted to start today by showing you what I'm having for breakfast, because it is like a pretty traditional Albanian breakfast, and I've been really loving breakfast in this. I've just said breakfast like 100 times. Well, I've been really loving the breakfast food. There's no way around it. There is no way around the word breakfast. So the breakfast consists of some eggs, tomato, cucumber, cheese, some fresh fruit, and my absolute favorite, Albanian donuts. I love them so much. I've been having them pretty much every day for breakfast, and every day I promise myself that I'll just like have one but then I eat them all. And the best part about breakfast is that I'm having it with this view. So I thought I was in shape, but that was before I started climbing up this hill. And I'm not even halfway. I'm climbing up this hill to see the castle of Berat. I cannot miss this place. This is the biggest castle in all of Albania, and also it was built in 13th century, which is kind of a long time ago. So I must see it. I was a little smarter today and I waited until later in the day. It's around 4. So we finally made it to the castle, and what you see right behind me is the Holy Trinity Church. The views from up here are pretty damn amazing. We're actually very high up, and also I just saw a dog riding on a car. He was just like sitting on top of this car. Whoa, that's crime writing. An interesting thing about the castle is that it's not only a castle that tourists can visit, there are actually still about 150 people who live there, and it's like a whole complex with houses, restaurants, shops.
50 leg.
50?
50 leg, 50 sweet.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you. So Berat is not only the old town. The city is actually the 9th largest city in Albania. The population is about 65,000. So there's also a whole new part of the city with university and people living here, obviously. And the Bulevardi Republika, where we are right now, is sort of the heart of the new town. I mean, it's right next to the old town, so you're not gonna miss it. And it has a really cool view over the mountains. I would especially recommend you to come here in the evenings. It's basically like Albanian tradition to get out of the house in the evenings and go for a walk. There's even a word for that. I read about it before I came to Albania, but you know, there are these things that you read about in like travel guides that like you don't really see. But here you definitely do see that, especially with older generations. They're very active here. They go out for walks, they like sit around in parks and chill and socialize. I'm gonna show you something funny, or actually kind of creepy. Do you see the stuffed toys hanging on this house? So Albanians are quite superstitious, and they believe that hanging toys like these ones in front of your house will stop the bad luck from entering your house. And to be honest, it makes perfect sense to me, because if I was bad luck and I saw this, I would think it's so creepy that I would be like, you know, I'm not entering this house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and come back to see more of my adventures around Albania. I am nowhere to be done. I'll probably be going to a couple of more cities. I'm leaving Berat tomorrow and going to a city that name is very difficult to pronounce. I think it's called Xhiro, but I'm probably totally mispronouncing it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I hopefully see you soon. Bye.